Hey, beauties, morning to you. I was listening to a video of a woman, haven't seen her in a while, but she came across my timeline or For You page, let me say it that way. And she was saying basically most men are, I don't remember her caption, but I'm going to put it in very, very layman terms. Most of the men are jinals, tricksters, so to speak. So she was saying that they will love bomb you in the beginning, but their real selves will come out usually after pregnancy. And even if you're a woman who says you stand on business, you stand on your own principles, and you have your own standards that you won't have any children until marriage. Oftentimes marriage does not resolve the situation; it worsens it, because if he's really not sincere from the beginning, the marriage will not make him sincere. So after you sometimes get married, shortly after you're pregnant, which is usually quickly after the marriage, then the real son of a gun comes out, so to speak. And women tend to, one of our, I don't know if it is one of our weaknesses or it is a positive, but we have not strengthened it, is that we are more committed of the two beings. We tend to be very committed. You don't really, unless you're in a certain lifestyle or profession outside of that, or those rather, you find that women are the quicker of the two to want to settle down, based on, I think, how we are wired as women. We're caregivers, so we just don't necessarily want to move from Tom to John to Paul, to Peter. We just kind of want to settle with one individual, get married, have a wonderful family. She also mentioned that men don't really care if you're happy. What they care about is that their needs are served. Um, that is something that is more on a humanistic or human perspective, because that is something that even women I see struggle with. That is why the Bible encourages us to love our neighbors, to treat our neighbors as we treat ourselves. There is an innate selfishness in humans. I wouldn't just put that book or the book stops at men to say they don't wish for you to be happy. We're not in their minds, but I can understand where she's coming from, because if the statistics show a similarity in why relationships are messed up, or they go to smithereens, or they're blown to oblivion, and they follow a certain pattern, then one can deduce, you know, um, that it means therefore that the man wants to be served. I've heard of men saying that they really, it's not about you, it's about me. I don't know if it was said in joke or jest, but sometimes people say these things in jest or in a joke, but they really are sincere about it, really. So it's not so much about you serve my needs, you wash, you cook, you clean, provide sex, and whatever it is. Whatever it is that I need to get done, you get them done. You do have men who are like that. Similarly, you do have women who are like that. The difference between the two, though, is that women are quicker to be more committed and loyal and devoted in relationships. You know, the reality is, though, notwithstanding, you find women are the ones who generally move forward, move the motion to get a divorce. Men don't get up and say they're going to divorce as easily as women. Even though women will stay longer in abusive situations, whether the abuse is mental, psychological, financial, emotional, physical, or verbal, you find that they still hold on for more reasons than one. Maybe they say, boy, the children are away, or the man is a wealthy man. They don't want to give up the amenities because it's really difficult. One of the sad realities that people need to understand, and I'm going to put this clause in, let me digress a bit, is that poverty is, how do I describe poverty to you? It's almost like somebody who has heard that they have AIDS, cancer, maybe of the pancreas, stage 4, tuberculosis, pneumonia, all the worst diseases in the world. And even in the Bible, King Lemuel had said, Lord, do not let me be poor. Whether some may say too poor, but poor, because he doesn't want to steal or to disgrace the name of God. So we understand where poverty or not having money can lead you, especially if it is incessant, if it is stubborn, it doesn't move. Because one of the things with us as humans is that we're not going to watch ourselves die if we can save ourselves. So it would mean that you will go into the dark world. And when I say dark world, meaning you may do things that you regret doing. in later years in order to survive. So that is a very big part and parcel as to why women sometimes stay in relationships, especially if the man has a wherewithal. He has the finances to back it. I remember some time ago, women, I wanted to understand this. I was reading an article, and a psychologist was saying that you do have men who can marry you and not be in love with you. That is why when I hear people say, if he doesn't love you, he will not marry you, not true. A man who can marry a bullfrog just to have companionship. Men hate to be alone. The male ones I'm talking. Women, can hold out on being alone for ages and ages and ages. Not so much men. Not so much men. They can actually they don't have to love you. Just see a little potential. All right, you can wash, you can cook, you can clean the place good. You can give me good sex. The conversations, it's all right, but so they will tolerate that. So don't bask in the reality. Unfortunately, yes, don't bask in that he proposed to marry to you, as an indicator that he loves you. Not really true. When you listen to Diana, Princess Diana, is Princess Diana, yes, the late great and wonderful woman Princess Diana's story, you realize, even though he may say I do, it's just words. His fingers are like crossed behind him, so to speak, subliminally. So women, you need to understand something. Don't watch the fact that he comes and say, I love you, you're the most beautiful woman in the world, and all the wonderful things. I'm not saying that those some who say it don't mean it. You may technically be beautiful and all of that, but there is a meaning behind it. Sometimes it's to get to a means to an end for the man, something that he wants, not because he's really and genuinely interested in you and wants to see you thrive and to prosper and to do well. So when you get in relationships, women, just be careful. I don't care what he's telling you. Every day he could be telling you that you're the princess of princesses. You're the queen of queens. You understand? It doesn't matter what he's saying. You watch. Because no matter how somebody can pretend, you can only pretend so much, and no more. Their real selves will come out at some point when they're not thinking, when they're more comfortable and settled. You can only pretend so much and no more. Even in their pretend, something is going to show that says something just seems off. You feel that energy. So ladies, just be on the lookout, because we are the ones who generally tend to get hurt quicker than the two. The only difference is that sometimes in later years, the man realizes that, oh my God, I really did have a wonderful woman, and then he now wants to get back that wonderful woman, because after a while he takes up somebody. He's now settled, ready to now love on somebody, and it is too late. It is too late. Women, you have to be very wise as a serpent. Don't allow you have to tough up you have to make your emotional intelligence at its optimal level. Let that kick in. Don't just, boy, my biological clock is ticking. Everybody's saying, wait, something wrong with me, why I don't have a man. Ignore it. Let them say what they want to say. It's about your happiness. They're not coming in the bedroom at night with you to feel the pain and the hurt that you'll be going through. You just relax and wait at the right time. When you do that, you will reap your reward, because you just did the right thing. Don't be quick. I don't care of all the wonderful things he's doing or giving you. You watch, wait. Don't be quick to rush in any marriage, quick to rush to say, oh, we're going to get engaged and boom. I mean, if you reach a certain age, it might be a little bit different. But at that time, usually the man is a little bit, when he reaches a certain age, sincere and ready to settle. I'd say usually, not in all cases. But when you're younger, because let me tell you, pretense, fake and false are the order of the day. And men are good at doing that, to trick you. I remember a story of somebody told me of a man literally had his, he never stopped pursuing the lady to the point of supposedly getting married. It's what stopped her from getting married, luckily, was that somebody saw him with the mother of his child pregnant in a hospital and went back and told her. So that is what saved her. So he was willing to go and get married to her, have sex with her, then leave her to go back to his girlfriend. Word to the wise is sufficient unto the day. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message.